All right, and I want to thank you for stopping in. I have some worldwide news to report. This is about the coronavirus. My name is Prentice Johnson, Heesh, Worldwide Publishing, and I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the coronavirus statistics and get your point of view. Please go ahead and press the like button, subscribe, and comment. Let us know what you think. And if there's any other news that you'd like to see reported about absolutely anything, whether it be reparations, whether it be blockchain, whether it be um, anything finance, anything worldwide, let me know. We can do the research and do a report for you. From here, I want to go to Worldometers info, and let's look at the info meter. Coronaviruses worldwide, our cases are at 90.7 million. Deaths at 1.9 million. This is worldwide. Okay. It's over 1% of the population that has gotten coronavirus has died. Recovery, very high, pretty high recovery rate, especially compared to deaths. But then you also notice that there are a lot of people that still have it between here and here. Let's go and take a look further and explore the statistics. Here are the countries. I want to go 2 days ago. So we can take a look here. You see the world on the top. You have population on the right. Total cases. Highest total cases in the world is the United States. But what I really want to look at is the ratio between total cases and total recovered. So if you take a look all the way down the line, uh, these countries, no matter what their population, have a much higher recovery rate than the United States. So here's what I'm looking at. This is the country on the far left. Next column, you're looking at the total cases. Next column, new cases. Next column, total deaths. Next, new deaths. Total recoveries, active cases. Okay. On the far right, I have population. If you go further into research, you're able to do statistics, so on and so forth, between. Let's look at our population here in the United States. We have 332 million people in the United States. 22 million people have gotten the coronavirus. Now here's what I want to focus on from versus population here. Look at the difference between recovery for the United States versus India, for instance. India has a very large population. You're looking at 4 times the amount of people in India than in the United States, but only 10 million people reported cases of the coronavirus. And then let's look at the difference between recovery. So now I have in the United States, 22 million cases, 13 million recovered. There is a total of 8 million cases right now as of 2 days ago. Active in the United States. Whereas these other countries have a very high recovery rate. Look at India. 10 million people got the coronavirus out of 1.3 billion. That's less than half of the United States. And then take a look at their recovery rate. 10 million people recovered. Looks like there 375,000 people got the coronavirus, or still have the coronavirus. As a matter of fact, if you look over here, active is only 224,000. Very high recovery rate. You're looking at 90% here down the line. But then you get to Russia, and they're at about what, a sixth recovery. What was that? What percent? Yeah, about a sixth. UK, France, same thing, low recovery rate. These are our European countries. But Turkey again, you got a high recovery rate. Italy, half. But then you come down to some of these other countries, and it's the same thing. They got a high recovery rate. 1 million versus 900,000 recovered. Okay. Now, look at it by population. Okay. These are the highest populated countries. China was said to have gotten the coronavirus first and then started bringing it to the United States, quote unquote. This is what we've been hearing. That was where it was released. They don't even report any deaths 2 days ago. Their total cases is only, they got the highest population in the world. Okay, highest population in the world. Total cases reported is 87,000. Can you see this? Then total recover, 82,000. That's a 90%, 90 plus. Active cases are only 535. This is reported. So you go down and you can see how low these active cases are versus their recovered, all the way down the line compared to the United States. So let's look further. Let's go into the United States. We have here in the US 22.9 million cases, 383,000 deaths, with it shows a 13 million recovered. It's about 800,000. Let me see, 900 or 9 million. Excuse me, 9 million cases active. That is a lot of active cases. A lot of people roaming around with the coronavirus. I mean, these are all split up for you, okay? So you can actually see in what state these people actually are roaming around with the coronavirus. But if you just split it up, see, 9 million divided by 52 states. There's 173,000 people in every state roaming around with the coronavirus. That's just, dividing it equally. So I live in Minnesota, and I'm just taking a look at these different statistics and versus population. California, of course, has, I think, the highest population in the country. So let's look at these by population. California seems to be, I mean, at the top there, struggling to recover from coronavirus. And for the life, I can't understand by my ability to calculate what could be possibly causing these cases to remain active for this long. Go down the line, you see places like North Carolina reaching a 60% recovery rate. Places like Virginia, who have close to 400,000 cases and remained 360,000 cases active in Virginia. But I want to go down the line even further. I live in Minnesota. So we're lower on the population. Okay. Now this is just by population, the 22nd population. But we got 436,000 cases, and total recovered is 414,000. Now, I'm not sure in your state if you practice due diligence from whatever level you are, getting in contact with your uh, legislature, your government officials, and letting them know what was happening in your areas. But as you can see, versus total cases, Minnesota has a very low active case. So we have a very high total recovery. I know myself, I got in contact with every official, every person that I could think of to let them know what was happening. I wrote letter after letter after letter after letter. Sometimes just sent the same information. And I didn't just send it to the congressman, I sent it worldwide. And when you take a look, I'm certain that there are several people involved in making sure that something is done here. But I'm also certain that around the world, this it's happening in the same fashion. But other places in the United States, it's not happening this way. I'm sure, I'm 100% certain that when Joe Biden gets into office, that he's going to implement a strategy that is going to eliminate the coronavirus. How long it's going to take, I'm not 100% certain, but I am certain about this. There's no reason whatsoever that in an emergency pandemic that these officials shouldn't have been able to react fast enough, because you can see that it reflects in these other states. I'm not sure what's going on in California. Why would it be so out of control? Why is it so out of control in the United States versus the other countries? But what I do know is there are resources in every single state that should be able to prevent this from spreading in the fashion that it has. So, from you, please let me know what you think. If I need to clarify anything, let me know. If you want to hear more about the coronavirus, talk to me. I'm able to report that. If there's other news that you'd like to hear, please just comment below. Allow me to present the news to you. And stay tuned for more news. Like, subscribe, comment. And I thank you for joining me.